Whoa, there we go. What is up? Welcome back to Diggin live from the Relic Room, and my name is Matt. Welcome to season 2. Man, I'm super excited to have everybody in here, and we've got a great show lined up for you. Right now, we have a pile of folks who are hanging out in the chat with Michigan Mud Digger, Phil in. Michael H is here. What is up? Hanging out. Thanks, bro. Metal Detecting North Carolina. Kevin Potter Counties. Jimmy. Jamie Henley. Joey's here. Southern Ontario Diggers. We've got a pile of folks. 26 people. Earl from VA. Larry Stewart. What is up, my friend? We've got a great show lined up for you guys tonight. I'm really excited about this because we've got a guest I've wanted to have on the show for a long time, and man, it has been really it's been a blast. We're going to get to talk and see a new machine in person. We've talked to a lot of people who've played with them, who've held them, but we're going to talk to a guy who owns one and actually sells them. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring in our guest this evening. Andy O'Neill, what is up, brother?
What's going on? How's everybody doing?
Doing great, man, great. While we get started, if you guys think we should up and down the sound levels, whatever, you guys let us know. A little bit different show. Andy hosts the Fast Five on Facebook. He's got a co-host who couldn't make it tonight, but it's going to be a little different, right, man? You're an interview dude. I'm an interview dude.
Yeah, and Greg's actually out in the chat right now, too, so he's watching. Even though he wasn't able to make it, he's able to watch, so that's cool. Yeah, it is going to be a little different because, like you said, I do the interviewing most of the time, so, you know.
Yeah, I mean, so it's weird when you're on the backside and you have all the questions asked. Let's go all the way back to the beginning, man. What got you into the hobby of metal detecting? You're a super passionate dude. Everybody knows you across the internet for the dude who loves metal detecting, selling machines, all that stuff.
Well, I guess it started when I was a kid. My dad, he metal detected, and I started. I did it with him here and there. I didn't get deep into it. I was just a kid. I grew out of it. And then one day I just decided to get back into it. So I went out and bought myself a little Bounty Hunter 4, and that's where we went, and that's where it all began. And then once I did that, once I got the Bounty Hunter, I quickly realized that was not going to cut it for the kind of hunting I was into and going to be doing. And so I went to an Ace 400, and then from there, it's just, I've had so many different machines. And I guess they say take time and learn the machines, but I'm one of those guys that I just love the metal detect, and I'll swing anything,
And that's cool. So Michael H said a little overdriven on the audio. I'm going to try to fix that for you. Let me know if I got that down. But
you definitely.
That's cool because you did a lot of folks don't do, and I'm guilty of it. Is, man, you started at the beginning. You started at entry level, what you could buy, and then you moved up to the A series. But the A series is a great machine, though.
It is a good machine. It's still a beginner machine. Any way you cut it, it's not really advanced as far as, some of the features, especially with like some of the machines we have nowadays that, have so many awesome features and so many ways to customize per, area you're hunting, per what type of hunting you like, whether it be coins, relics, whatever. So, yeah, the Ace is a good machine, and I recommend it for people who are starting out. I say I recommend it. I don't anymore. I don't recommend the Ace for the people who start out anymore with the entrance of the Simplex, and that's just to be expected. And I know people have heard a ton about the Simplex, and it's something that they should be hearing because it is absolutely a fabulous machine for the price you pay. So. That's what I've been recommending.
So, I mean, and that's cool that, and we're gonna get into the Simplex stuff. The the folks who don't follow Andy on Facebook, be sure to go do that. He dropped a live stream today. I mean, had a pile of folks hanging out and watching. Dig targets in your own yard, which I completely agree is the best place to ever dig.
Actually, that was down the road. I went to a permission that I had gained. I don't know, about 3 or 4 weeks ago. I went and talked to the guy, and yeah. So what I did, I just went out and I took that Simplex and I just did a live dig session, and I just dug. I just went metal detecting, and if you wanted to watch, you could watch me metal detect live. And it was pretty fun.
Yeah, that's cool stuff, man. Because that's no bones. There's nothing fake. You can't fake anything live.
Nope.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why I'm a really big advocate of live. Like, I don't do like you make really great videos. Like, your videos are really good. And there's a couple people like Dirt Diggers UK. I see him in the chat. Like, his videos have gotten so good. And there are so many other great content makers, creators. But that's one thing that I don't do, especially enough of, is create videos. I do live. I go live, and that's what I do. I enjoy live feeds. But it's really something else. It's like you said, you can't fake a live feed. You can't fake a live dig, like that. I mean, I went from start to till my phone died.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a part of the live game too. So was there a find, like, I know you'd gone out some with your dad, but was there a find that like absolutely got you hooked and you're like, dude, this is it. This is what I love doing?
Yeah, I don't know that I have it right here. I should have brought some of the finds there. But I found this. It was like my first piece of silver I've ever found. And it was not just like a silver coin or something. It's this really super unique, almost alien looking piece of silver. And I think it went to like around your finger, like around your nail at one point. And it's real pointy. It looks like ribs. It's so cool. And that was when I found that was my hooker, man. That's what I was hooked, from that day on.
Yeah, that's cool, man. And for folks who don't know, you live in Missouri, right?
Yeah.
And
yep.
So there are some older homes and places, and you can even find some Civil War activity, but that stuff's pretty tough, right?
No, not in Missouri. Actually, a lot of people don't realize it, but Missouri is like the second most battleground state in for the Civil War. We had more battles in the state of Missouri than most every other state, except for like one or two. Like we had a lot of Civil War activity. It's but they were a lot of skirmishes. So like, say battles, but as far as many battles, like there were many bigger battles other places, but Missouri had a lot of skirmishes, like a lot of them. Yeah.
That's cool, man. So do you ever run into that kind of history when you're out, like looking for permission, or?
Well, I've never like gotten permission like that, but I know just even in the city park that I live in or live by, we have dug many Civil War bullets out of it. My buddy dug a powder flask cap out of it. Like, there's plenty of Civil War activity out here. I've dug 69 cals and mini balls, and I mean, we've dug quite a bit of Civil War just out of that city park.
Yeah, that's absolutely killer. That's awesome. And is there a group of finds that you prefer? Like, are you looking for historical items? Are you just the guy who doesn't care and wants to dig everything?
Yeah, man, I really don't care. Like, I just appreciate history. I think part of the whole awesome part of detecting is you just never know what you're going to find, and then when you find it and you don't know what it is, part of the fun is finding out what the hell that is. So I really don't mind. It doesn't matter to me. I don't like to dig a bunch of trash, you know.
Yeah.
That
Well, I
gets
think we all. I mean, I got out for a couple hours before I watched your live dig, and honestly, I dug a lot of trash using a non-discriminating machine, looking for stuff really deep, and I found some really deep pulse can slaw. I mean, I was digging can slaw at 15, 16 inches. Um,
Yeah, it's like when I was swinging the Equinox, man. I don't think I ever dug as many twist caps in my life than swinging an Equinox. And I don't have a problem with them; they're great machines. But man, do I! It was like every other hole, and you got to dig those targets because a lot of good stuff lands on those VDI target numbers, you know. So you got to dig them. And I'll tell you, I don't think I've ever dug as many twist caps. So.
do you So let's transition into machines now. I mean, we talked a little bit about history, and you've moved over into. I mean, obviously you've gone through a lot of different machines, but you also now you sell machines too, right?
Yeah, well, that was the thing. When I started metal detecting, like getting heavy into it. I had a good friend that sold me my Ace 400s, and he really great guy, John Klein, and he was donating metal detectors to me and for my show and for my my group and stuff. And I told him, I said, man, I want to sell metal detectors. Like, is there a way I could sell? Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Is there a way I could sell metal detectors for you? You know, like some sort of whatever. And he kind of fiddle-faddled around the bush, and I'm like, I'm just doing it. So I told my wife, I said, I'm just gonna figure out how, and then I did, and it's pretty fun. It's been really neat because I've gotten to help a lot of people, and that's the biggest part. Is there's a lot of times when people can't afford some of these really good machines, but you could cut them a deal and help them attain something that normally, if they went to Amazon, it would be out of their price range, So
Right. Well, and that's the cool part is that you can work with folks, and then you get to see people grow in the hobby, and you make those personal relationships.
no doubt, no doubt.
The
I've met so many and had so many friends from customers to friends on just from selling them a metal detector.
Yeah, it's fantastic stuff. And then you get to go. Then you actually get to personally transition through all of the different machines. So that you've swung an Equinox, and we're going to talk about it now because I think that's what everybody came here for, right? The Simplex.
Yeah, it's a doozy. It really is. I mean, so I've only had maybe an hour and a half real digging with it, but first initial impressions, Matt, I got to tell you, man. I mean, I'm not hyping it up. When I did that live video earlier, I literally walked outside, showed the people, because with the Simplex, it doesn't save your settings yet anyway. They are making an update for it where it will save your settings, but right now it doesn't. So I went out there and I literally went outside, turned the machine on, and I moved. I didn't ground balance. I didn't discriminate. I did nothing. I just went. And when I did, I had an absolute pleasure metal detecting today with that thing. And it was just because the targets were on point. I mean, there was no mistaking a good tone. You know what I'm saying? I had a target that was in the hole with I think there was like 15 nails in the hole with the target, and I still pulled the target. It was a mason jar lid out, but all around it were like 15 holes or 15 nails. Wow.
Yeah, dudes, Potter County Diggers, thank you, and New Hampshire Beach Metal Detecting, dude, thank you so much.
Wow.
Your channel
Awesome,
support
guys.
is incredible, and it always will be. I mean, and he's going to be New Hampshire Beach Metal Detecting is coming on the stream this year, so look for his first live appearance here, and I'm stoked about that.
That's awesome.
I like that when you were talking about you made a few adjustments learning the machine. I actually got to dig with Jamie Henley this week, the first time he's ever dug with an Equinox. Now, I find that it is pretty incredible to see someone dig with the machine the first time. Have you ever experienced that?
You mean watching somebody dig with the machine?
Yeah, either watching, well,
Yeah.
one more so watching somebody who knows how to metal detect with the machine they've never used.
Yeah, there's quite a few people on YouTube that are just superb, superb metal detectorists and know machines, whether they know that machine or not, like they can pick it up and just go with it and just adjust it and, oh, okay, I get it. And detecting Italia or detecting Italia shop, I think is what it is. Leonardo, he is one of the smartest people I've ever met who are in this hobby, and he does videos, but they're in Italian. But it doesn't matter because metal detecting transcends language. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to understand the guy to know what's going on in that video. And when you watch him pick up a new machine and he goes through it top to bottom, it's amazing. Yeah. So
and that's really neat because you're right. So my experience with Jamie was that Jamie found a mode in the Equinox he was handed, and he went in an area and was pulling bullets, brass, and quality iron objects. I think people neglect quality iron objects as just iron. I think that so he had the intuition. He had a little help from somebody to set it up. But was the Simplex easy enough for you, with someone with experience hunting with a metal detector, to be able to pick it up? Or was it easy enough that you could explain it to somebody and they could pick it up and go out and did what you did today?
No doubt. And that was the thing about the Simplex is today I wanted to show because I had never dug with it at all. I had just pulled it out, put it together, turned it on, kind of scrolled through the functions, just checking it out before I went out and I actually dug. And then I went out and I didn't do anything. I just turned the machine on. I didn't ground balance. I didn't notch anything. I didn't do anything. Everything was default set. And I went and I metal detected it. And that is how easy it is. I mean, it was a joy. It really, I mean, I'm not at all trying to sell them. I mean, it really was a joy.
So what do you think about knowing about the features of the Simplex and what you know about metal detecting is there that is going to allow a more intermediate or advanced user to continue using this machine? Because let's be honest, and I mean that's one of my favorite things is that this is geared to an entry level market, and it's a fantastic quality of settings, features. I mean, waterproof and wireless. That's all. You had me at that.
Right. Yeah, I gotta tell you, with the Simplex, it is very simple. It's in the name, obviously. It's super simple. But I honestly think that if you were to get a Simplex or somebody else was to get a Simplex, unless you are just like super, you want to have that Amphibio feature set where you can just customize everything about the metal detector to every little bit, or an XP, where you could just, plug in any program you want, or, if you're not into having to do that, but you want a good quality metal detector that is going to give you good depth, that is going to give you good solid target tones, it's not going to be too yappy, it's not going to yap your ears off, and is it going to last? Yeah, it's going to last. And is it going to do you what you need it to? It's going to outdo any Ace series. I can't say that it'll outdo an AT Pro. I know it will as far as features and depth, more than likely. I haven't tested it on mine yet, but I don't think you're going to outgrow it anytime unless you just really want to upgrade,
Right, right. Metal Detecting NC said most people don't bother to learn their machines that are $1,000 if you pay for it. And he said if you pay $1,000 for a detector, learn it inside out. And he's right. How many people really go through? I mean, I'm guilty on my CTX 3030. When I first started, that's a high-end metal detector. And when I first started, I used all the maps, all the programs, all the GPS. But now I've gotten to the point where I have the machine set how I like it, and I don't want to screw with it. And could I be missing something? No doubt.
No doubt. Yeah, and I agree. Who you said made that comment? I totally do agree because you can have $1,000 metal detector, watch a YouTube video, a guy says put it on this mode, you're good, fine, and that's what you do, and that's where you leave it, and you never change it, and you never learn anything else about it. When like you said, are you missing stuff? No doubt you're missing stuff because you haven't went through and adjusted certain settings just to experiment. Hell, you spent $1,000 on it, What if I spent $1,000 on a computer or $1,000 on something other than a metal detector, you damn right I'm gonna know it. A car, if I spent $1,000 on a car, I'm gonna know that car. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna know how to drive it up and down, left, right, backwards, forwards, doesn't matter. So yeah, I agree 100%. Whoever made that comment. So
yeah, absolutely, and it's interesting. And I think probably what happens, and I watch guys like NH Beach Metal Detecting. That guy is so sharp on the machines he uses. He hears things because he's used them, he's changed them, he's manipulated them, but he goes back to the settings that are the most appropriate to where he is. So you hear these little clips and chirps on like his Equinox. I'm like, I don't know what that's at. And he's like, it's silver. I'm like, oh, okay. And it pops out sure as crap. It's a silver coin or a ring. So, that's why I like this. That's why I always take YouTube settings with a grain of salt. Even my own personal settings, I'll give you what I have, but I'm not going to tell you that they're going to be the best for your place in your area.
Right. Right, and that is you're 100% correct. Like you can watch the YouTube videos, and they're great for guides or startups or getting yourself acquainted. But you are, unless you're that guy's neighbor and you're digging the same spots he's digging, you're gonna want to make some sort of adjustments to that machine to fit your needs in your area, no doubt.
So Central Virginia Relic Recovery dropped in your chat your channel link in the chat. I'll also put it on the description below. Go over and check out Andy's channel. Give him support as well. He does YouTube and Facebook. Tries to stream on both platforms at the same time. So I tell you what, man. Let's what do you say we jump into a little live demonstration of the Simplex?
All right, let's do it.
You think we can do it?
Yeah, I think we got it set up. So you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready when you are.
Yeah, ready? Everybody out there ready? We're gonna slap up the Simplex. Let me get this here.
So this is really cool. We actually have a Simplex. A lot of the guys in the UK do have a Simplex, and currently Andy has a Simplex as well. We're going to make sure that everything is cool with the audio volume and we're not overrunning everything. So it's going to take just a second to set up, but this is neat. I've wanted to do this on the channel, and I'm super happy that Andy has been gracious enough to come on, show off his Simplex, and get everything. What you got?
Turn the mini cam off.
Drop the mini cam?
No, drop my.
All right, mini cam back up. Still hot. I don't know. We're gonna work through these. We still hot on the mini cam? technical difficulties. This is what happens when you try to add in multiple features, but you know what? We're going to make it happen. All right, we'll drop that mic. We've got 2 mics, 3 can't. Well, I don't know. We got a pile of stuff going on. So anyway, here we go.
All right.
You up, Andy?
Yeah, I mean, this camera's up over here. I'm ready.
Yeah, you're good. You're good, brother. You're ready to go.
Oh, you got it open over here?
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right, so guys, here's the Simplex. Real simple, real pretty, real sleek machine. Kind of has a little.
All right, hold on. I'm going to bring your audio up over there.
Kind of a, you know, it's just the type of model. They put it in a nice box. So let's turn around.
I got it. Let me drop the gain down on this.
Yeah.
All right. So we were working through the sound issues, but we're going to make it happen. My buddy Seven, Diggin with Seven, is here. Lori, nice to see you. But let me know if you guys want me to do anything with the sound as we go through this.
Yeah, it's kind of a little hoppy.
All right, I'm going to try to bring... I'm going to mute that one. All right, we're going to see how it works.
I'm here.
Yep, you're good.
Okay, so the Simplex, real simple. Is not around. This is how it starts up, set up, factory defaults, everything. So you got your sensitivity over here, your depth meter over here, your battery meter over here. You got your modes right here. So all metal, field, what is that? Park and beach, and then you got your notch discrimination up here. This auto notches and it manually notches, so you can auto notch something by swinging something over the coil, and then when it shows up on the VDI, you can just hit confirm, and it'll notch it out if you want to do it that way. Also, you can manually ground balance. It also has the automatic ground balance, but if you are in a nasty area and you want to manually ground balance it, you can. All these functions down here are, I mean, it's everything on this machine is like super freaking easy. It is so stinking easy to understand. So, like, if I wanted to change any of these settings, I would just hit the settings button. Now we're on the volume, so you can turn volume up or down. Then you got your ground balance. Then you got your iron volume, which, you know, if you want to turn that down, you just notch, volume, whatever. Then you got your notch discrimination right here. So say I wanted to notch out something, I just go to it right here, and I move it, and I just click, move it and confirm, and then you go back and take them off if you want. I mean, it's just so simple. It really is simple. And then let's see, then you can go, this is your frequency shift. So you got 5 different frequency shifts, so you can, if you're out metal detecting with your buddy and your machine's interfering with him, you got 5 different ways you can, 5 different little small shifts that you can make to cut that out.
So that also works for power lines as well, right?
Yeah, that too. Yeah, I mean, if you're in an area that has a lot of EMI, those small frequency shifts work just as well. So yeah, you can do that as well. And then, so then you go down, and then we have the, hold on, let's get back over here. So this is the wireless headphone thing. I think there's 5 different channels or 4 different channels, and you can, when you're connecting your headphones, if you're getting some sort of feedback or whatever, you can change that to a different channel. This is your vibration function, so you just turn it on and off. It's super easy. Everything on here is like super easy.
Where does that vibrate? Does that vibrate in the handle?
Yeah, it vibrates in the handle. So like whenever you have a target, the handle vibrates. Well, I don't know if it's the head unit vibrating the handle, but
but something vibrates to tell you have a signal. That's a neat feature. I could see that work really well for like shallow water, 6 feet.
Yeah, water hunting, people who are hard of hearing, It's just a really great feature to have. The Amphidio has it, the Cruisers have it. The vibration function is standard on at least the last three machines that Nakta has come out with. So it is a good function. And then you have the backlight, which you can have it on automatic, or I don't like how it drops this so fast. But you can drop the light to save your battery. You can have it on all the way or automatic. And then another really cool feature about the Simplex is, which I think is something that all detectors should have, is a light. So if you were to metal detect, can you see that?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah, so it's got a nice little flashlight on there. And I wanted to see how it works, so I took it outside earlier before the show. And it's really bright, and it works very well, and I was really surprised. So, in short, the machine, I don't know, did I put it in the right spot?
Yeah, you're good.
In short, the machine is extremely easy to use. It has some extreme depth for the amount of money you're spending. You're getting a metal detector that is I mean, it's deep. It reads deep. So I got a couple things here.
So you know what I like about that light that I don't think that I even realized is not that you're going to go out hunt. I mean, some people do hunt at night because it's hot where they live, Arizona, Texas, something like that. But, you know, I like that could extend your hunt for another 30 or 40 minutes into dusk when you didn't have enough light to see where you were digging. My wife, on the other hand, may not like that at all.
Well, that's right. But it does give you a little extra time out digging. And then you got to understand, a lot of people work, weird hours, right? So they can't go metal detecting during the times that we all go metal detecting. So they have time to go at night because, that's when they have their time off, So, I mean, it's just a really good feature. And then, like you said, if it's starting to get dark out and you're not quite done, or you want that one last hole, that one last good target, it's a really great feature. So
what do you have here?
Matt, you're a Civil War bullet guy. What is this one? It's huge.
That is a 69 caliber U.S. bullet, cavalry bullet.
That's what I thought. So we got a 69 cal here. I'm just going to run it under the coil, see what it looks like.
68.
Now that's about 10 inches away from the coil. That's not too bad.
Pretty solid VDI. You could certainly tell the difference in. Now, don't get me wrong. These are air tests, and air tests are never the same as real life. But this is what we have, and this is what we're going to do. But you could hear a change in tone, a faintness as well. So I like that.
Pause. Go get your pen. Yeah, and the thing about it is I got to tell you that we don't endorse air tests either. I don't endorse them on my show. I don't endorse them on videos. I don't endorse really test gardens either. But there is something to be said by them just for VDIs and just, just in general to just look at a machine. So you're right. So
I think a test garden that's been in the ground for 10 years or 5 years is reasonable.
That's a difference. There's a difference there. Yeah. An old test garden is one thing. A new test garden is a whole different story, and it's wrong. I mean, they're not that accurate. So I just got a silver quarter. I just run it over here just to see what we got. We're about 10. I'm gonna say about 10 inches. You get closer. Yeah, we're about at the reaches of it there. No, you wouldn't dig that.
So no VDI, but it's a repeatable signal.
Yeah, the thing about that is, it's like even at the depth, that's a good. Even if there isn't a VDI on that target right now, which I don't know because I'm not at that end, but like at this depth, if I'm getting a target that's deep and it's giving me that solid of a tick signal, like if that repetitive, I'm going to dig that target, VDI or not. give you an idea, so guys, I'm about 20 inches from that coil.
So harmonica reed, pretty big target.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, so similar to maybe a big silver or gold chain. I mean, certainly a larger item that you'd want to dig.
That might be about 24 inches from that target. So the point is, you're spending $300 or $299 for the without headphones, or the $339 for the with headphones, and you're getting a machine that has all these features, and you're spending pennies. There's machines that do the same thing that are twice as much, 3 times as much.
So, dude, I've got a bunch of questions. Maybe we'll get you back to the other side.
Yeah, I'll switch over.
Cool. And then so let's drop this.
We turn that Simplex off, though.
Cool. We are going to see if we can get all this stuff back to right. And Andy will be here in just a second. So, all right. Awesome, bro. Nice.
Yeah. I lost my water.
So,
All right.
Questions. So I had a couple good ones. Pinpointing. How hard was the pinpoint with it?
Oh, the pinpoint is on point. Like, I wish I would have shown you that function. I showed it on my live video earlier. It's super awesome. So, you know, a lot of pinpoint functions that have like a scale and it goes, or, you know, the closer you get, the higher the bars go, the further away it is, the lower the bars. Dude, not with this Simplex. It's so cool. So it's like a little bullseye, right? And if the further you are above the target, the more circles that are around the bullseye. So if it's like a really shallow target, you just got the one small tiny bullseye circle when you're pinpointing. And then if it's like a deeper target, you'll have maybe a ring around that circle or another one. It is so neat. I've never seen it
so it gives you a bigger area to tell you should dig a bigger hole because it's probably going to be deeper.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's really, really neat. I was really surprised by it, and I hadn't seen anybody show that feature. So when I seen it, I was like, "Are you kidding me? Why has this not been shown?" You know.
So the waterproof thing, a lot of folks have answered. It's right around 10 feet. What do they say? 3 meters.
3 meters. So what is that?
It's like
10 foot. Something like really close.
Battery life. What's the battery life rated from the manufacturer?
I think they say 18 or 19 hours.
On the machine, and then you have a headphone battery life, right?
Yeah, but honestly, when I charge my machine, I charge my headphones. The headphones last so long because Matt, I own Naktas already. You know, I own the Amphibio, I own the Cruiser,
Right.
I own now the Simplex, and the headphones battery life lasts for freaking ever. Like I'm not even lying.
So, and then another thing that a lot of people get confused in, this thing comes in a couple different models, right? Simplex, Simplex Plus. What would you tell folks to go out who don't have a Nakta macro product?
Okay, well, are you getting into the hobby for the first time ever? If you are, I suggest grabbing the one with the headphones. And I'm not trying to upsell you because let's face it, you're going to hear those more faint targets because you can obviously tell when we were just showing that machine that the deeper it is, the quieter the tone. So if you want to hear them faint targets better, get the one with the headphones. There are 2 different models for the Simplex. One is the wireless headphone version, which is what we have here, and then one is the one without the wireless headphones. The one without wireless headphones is retailed for $299. We sell them for $254, and then the one with headphones we sell for $339. Now the thing about it is, though,
So for basically $80, you get you get great headphones, so why not just get the headphones too?
Yeah, and it's only a few more bucks. And they both have great features. I mean, they both have the same exact features. The only difference is the headphones. So if you don't care about headphones, that's fine. Even the wireless, the non-wireless version comes with a headphone adapter. So if you didn't want the wireless, or you have a certain favorite quarter head headphones, it comes with an adapter that you can hook to your machine and use your favorite headphones that have the quarter head. So I mean, they even thought of that as well. So I would recommend the 339 just to have the headphones, because honestly, I would never go back to a wired headphone machine in my life. Like I was, unless I was
spoiled. Hot with the GPX stinks. Metal Detecting NC asked, is the headset connector proprietary like the AT series?
What do you mean? What is the like?
Is it like how the AT, like the
like
Pro,
with the Simplex?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. There's a little workaround. Like we've seen some people using their Z-Link on their Simplexes in the UK. They were using their Z-Link transmitter and receiver with their MS3 headphones, but they were using the quarter head jack to connect their transmitter to. So their transmitter was shooting the transmission to their Z-Link headphones. So there is a workaround like that, but yes, it is proprietary though, I guess, to Nakta.
Okay. So I think he was more asking about the connection, like the Z-Link, or not, like the waterproof headphones on the AT series had like the two weird pins.
Oh yeah, that's definitely different. Nakta has waterproof headphones, so if you were interested.
Right. So, and then of course the absolute biggest, best question that everybody wants to know: when's it coming out? What do you know? You're the guy who has the access to them. When can these guys, these 51 awesome people who came to show up and hang out with us, decide that they want to put one in their hands?
Well, they can decide right now. Obviously, the machine speaks for itself, but so they should be shipping. According to Delic, she was on my live feed earlier. Which, if you guys don't know Delic Gonale, she is the sales and marketing representative, vice president of Nakta Macro. She, on my video today earlier, she said that they should be shipping their first shipment to the U.S. Saturday or Monday. Just depends on the flight schedule. So they might be able to get it out Saturday. If not, it's going out Monday. So then you got to figure it will land in the U.S. overnight. There's no doubt about that. It will make the flight overnight. It's once it gets in the U.S., then it has to go through customs, and that could take 3, 4 days, 5 days. And then once that happens, then it gets to the distributors, and anybody who orders from me or has ordered from me, I have just been just drop shipping every one of these orders. I'm not getting any of them sent to me. I'm just going to have my distributor drop ship every one of these orders out. So as soon as they get them, you get them, because they're coming from them to you, and they're not coming to me then to you. So I'm trying to get them as fast as I can, guys.
So realistically, with all that information, you can look for a week to anywhere, a week and a half, maybe pushing 2 weeks, but you will see them start to show up in people's hands.
Oh yeah, no doubt. It's happening really soon. Like there's some people who have ordered from me the day they went on sale, or they opened sales up for them, and the poor people have been waiting for a lot longer than some of the people who are ordering from me today, or yesterday. And I feel bad,
absolutely.
And the thing about it is I always tell them, well, here's the thing though, you ordered from me then. So you are the first people on that list. You know what I'm saying? Like you are going to be one of the first people to have this machine in the U.S. I think I'm probably the first person in Missouri to have one. So,
I would bet so. Any other questions about the Simplex? We're kind of going to wrap this up. I promised Andy we would keep this as an hour straight. I know me and him could sit and talk for hours about machines and targets, and I mean family life. Andy's got a growing family like me, so
Yeah.
so somebody asked, how well balanced is the machine? Fit good in your hand, feel good swinging it.
Yeah, and it's really light. I mean, it's just a comfortable machine to swing. Guys, I don't want you to think I'm just trying to sell you this metal detector. Like,
No,
I
nobody
don't
thinks
have.
that at all. We want the information from the dude who has one.
Yeah, I'm not trying to just sell you this thing. I'm just telling you, honest to God, it today when I swung it for the first time, it was a complete joy. Like it was comfortable to swing. It had good solid tones. You knew when a good target was there. You knew when there was something there. It was just everything about it was just the ease of use. Guys, if you are looking, man, I'm telling you, buy it from me, buy it from Joe Schmo. I don't care. Get one because they're worth it. And it's
So,
light.
Diggin with 7 said Dalik was on their show and she was expecting the 1st of November. That would make about around the same time frame you've talked to her about. Andy, do you have I'll tell you what, some beach detecting, we're going to do all of that right towards the end. And we're unfortunately coming across an hour
Yeah,
real
Crispy.
quick.
Oh, I know. It's so easy, man. Crispies, yes, the Amphibio headphones sync to the Simplex, and if you also own a Cruiser, the blue headphones sync to the Simplex as well. So if you own either of those machines and were wanting to get the Simplex, you could get the one without the headphones, and either one of those headphones, the blue or the green, will pair with the Simplex. So
I'm sure they will make aftermarket coils from multiple different manufacturers, including Nakta Macro, in time. We are going to get Andy's information out there for you guys if you guys want to jump on his pre-order. So what I will ask, though, is we have a little section in the show where we just kind of throw little questions around, just talk about everything else. You know, where do you see metal detecting going in the future for Andy O'Neill?
for me personally,
Yeah, for you personally, do you have anything like goals? What places you want to go? Things you want to do? I mean, Andy O'Neill, the next marketing VP of Nakta Macro Garrett Super Company. I don't know.
I don't know about all that, but I do see myself. I will definitely be swinging over in Europe at one time. I plan on hitting some of these major hunts throughout the U.S. too. But yeah, I would definitely love to have a brick and mortar building, something big. A well-known website for selling my metal detectors and doing my thing, because I do a lot of graphics design, Matt. You know that too.
You beat me to it. You beat me to it. So a brick and mortar building would be cool, man. I think you would kill it. You would do great. So for most people who don't know Andy does incredible graphic design work, and I'm not saying like this isn't like I drew it with crayons and pencils. Like, he does killer designs. He does logos for channels. He does ads. I mean, all kinds of stuff.
Dirt Diggers UK, I made their logo. Let's see, they're in the chat. And
Central Virginia Relic Recovery.
Virginia, I made theirs. I don't see anybody else, I don't think. Maybe I missed some earlier. Maybe they left. But yeah, so I really appreciate the kind words, though, Matt. Thank you.
Yeah. So, so if you guys have a chance, go check out Andy's ads. We'll be getting him in some awesome stuff. You can also contact him through all the other information we're going to put out there. About even, do you do any freelance stuff?
Yeah. I mean, if you want to contact me and you got an idea and you want to shoot it to me, I mean, I try my best to make what you want, that Dirt Diggers UK, they said they were wanting a logo or they had one, and I just took it upon myself and I just made one and they liked it, so that's how that one happened. But yeah, I mean, you get a hold of me and you got something in mind, we'll make it happen.
Yeah, absolutely. That's super cool. You're stuck on an island in the middle of the ocean, and you want something to eat. What's that one thing that you want and that's the only thing you're going to eat for the rest of your life?
Only thing I'm gonna eat the rest of my life?
Yep.
Oh, dude, come on, man. That's hard. Oh, man. I'm gonna have to say, no, man, that's so hard.
What's your
I
go-to
guess
food? Like if you're like, man, I'm craving something. This is what I want.
I'm a steak eater, I eat a lot of steak and potatoes, so, you know.
Steak and
I'm
potatoes on a
but
deserted island. I
yeah.
love it. So, and since we are closing in on on an hour, we got started a little late, but that's all right. Tell everybody out there how they would get in touch with you. Facebook, Instagram, smoke signals in the sky, whatever it is to pre-order or just to get a logo or say hi.
Well, you can find me on Facebook, We Dig Metal Detectors, or Andy O'Neill. I have a group, We Dig Missouri. Pretty much anything We Dig is branded my brand. So, like, if it says We Dig somewhere, if it's on Instagram or on Twitter or on YouTube, or that's me. You'll notice my logo. It's a red, white, blue flag. It says We Dig on it. So if you see that, it's me, and just search We Dig and you'll find me. Yeah, I mean, really.
Cool. And
Yeah.
I'll put a bunch of links down below in the description. If you want to get in touch with them, send them a PM. If you want to do it off of Facebook, I'm sure Andy will work it out, and he can give you a call. You can give him a call. You can talk about whatever you want, and all of that fun stuff. Digging deep, said
Yeah.
Andy's the man. Order from him. Thank you very much. Appreciated, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Um,
That was very nice. Very nice.
so, man, anything else you want to tell 54 awesome people who took their time into their Tuesday evening to hang out with us?
Yeah, man, I just want to say thanks, guys. Thanks for hopping on. Thanks for, all the support for Matt and his channel. He has a really great channel, and what an awesome guy. And I'm so glad you're back, Matt. I was thinking, like, when is Matt coming back? Holy crap, it's been so long. Where is this show? Because Matt, for you guys know, I do a show too, and me and Matt always talk about our shows all the time in Messenger and stuff. So I've been like, when is he coming back? So awesome. Thanks for coming back, Matt. And just thanks for watching, guys. We really appreciate it. We really, really appreciate your time. Thanks.
Absolutely, brother. Well, I'm going to slide you off to the side and wrap this up. But I tell you what, man, thank you again. Fantastic show. Great guest, and much appreciated. So there we go. Andy O'Neill, Nakta Simplex, fantastic kind of overview of the machine, some questions answered. Season 2, Episode 1, we're going to put that one in the books. I couldn't be more excited to have such a great guest to kick this season off. And I can't be more excited to have each and every single one of you come and join me. It's been an absolute blast. There's really nothing more to say except for this season's only going to keep rolling and keep coming harder and harder at the end. So we're going to roll into next week to Bob Horst from the Hoover Boys. I've threatened for almost a year to have Bob on the show, and we are going to make it happen. So buckle up, get ready for a wild ride. Bob is full of great stories, full of one-line jokes, and it's going to be fantastic. If you guys don't mind hitting that like button on the way out, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Go over and check out Andy's channel at We Dig Metal Detecting, and give him some support as well. Great guest as always. And you guys I think you know the routine. If you can't get out and dig some history this week, I hope you get out and make some history. My name is Matt. This is Gone Diggin' live from the Relic Room. Thanks for coming back and joining me. We'll see you next Tuesday right here, same time, same place.